Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question first, which was, which of the following correctly describes the Adi Karmayogi Abhiyan? Option A, the world's largest grassroots tribal leadership program, mobilizing leaders across 1 lakh tribal dominated villages to act as catalysts of responsive governance and social transformation. Option B, a component under Mission Karmayogi aimed exclusively at training central civil servants in e-governance. Option C, a scholarship scheme of the Ministry of Education to fund overseas higher education for tribal students. And option D, a one-time amnesty program to settle pending cases related to forest rights in scheduled areas. The correct answer is option A. Adi Karmayogi Abhiyan is a tribal grassroots leadership and responsive governance initiative that seeks to build a cadre of community leaders and functionaries across roughly 1 lakh tribal villages, enabling last mile service delivery, convergence of schemes and participatory village vision planning. It is not a Mission Karmayogi civil service training sub-scheme. B is incorrect. Not a scholarship for overseas studies. C is incorrect. And not an amnesty for legal disputes. D is incorrect. So the correct answer is option A. Let's begin with today's episode now. Question number 1. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. India is the 5th largest startup ecosystem in the world with over 100 unicorns. Statement 2. A unicorn is a privately held startup company with a valuation of over $1 billion. Which of the following is correct with respect to the above statements? Option A, both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct and statement 2 is the correct explanation for statement 1. Option B, both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct and statement 2 is not the correct explanation for statement 1. Option C, statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is incorrect. And option D, statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is incorrect. The correct answer is option D. India has emerged as the 3rd largest startup ecosystem globally, home to 100 plus unicorns. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. By mid-2025, India had 118 unicorns with firms like Zomato, PhonePe, Razorpay, Ola, Meesho and Delivery solving local challenges and growing global. According to the Fortune Unicorn Report 2025, 11 new startups have joined India's Unicorn Club in 2025. A unicorn is a privately held startup company with a valuation of over $1 billion. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. So, the correct answer is option D. Question number 2. The term snapback mechanism, often seen in the news, refers to option A, a WTO dispute settlement process that allows member states to reimpose tariffs in case of unfair trade practices. Option B, a provision under the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action that enables participants to reimpose UN sanctions on Iran in case of significant non-performance. Option C, an IMF emergency funding clause that allows reversal of loan moratoriums if a country defaults on reforms. Option D, a UNSC peacekeeping mandate that automatically restores military sanctions if ceasefire agreements are violated. The correct answer is option B. Iran's foreign minister is set up to discuss the country's nuclear program with the UK, France and Germany to avert the reimposition of international sanctions under the snapback mechanism, which were lifted under the 2015 JCPOA. The E3, which is Britain, France, Germany, has invoked the 30-day snapback mechanism to reimpose UN sanctions unless Iran restores UN nuclear inspector access to its nuclear sites and re-engages with the US. Snapback mechanism, it allows any joint comprehensive plan of action participant to reimpose UN sanctions if Iran commits significant non-performance. In such a case, the issue can be referred to the JCPOA Joint Commission coordinated by the European Union and addressed through its dispute resolution mechanism. So the correct answer is option B. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. First, insurance density is calculated as per the per capita premium, that is the ratio of premium to population. Second, insurance penetration is measured as the percentage of insurance premium to GDP. Which of the statements given above is / are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, and option D neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. India is the 10th largest insurance market globally and is projected to become the 6th largest by 2032, surpassing Germany, Canada, Italy, and South Korea. Insurance densely increased from USD 92 in financial year 23 to USD 95 in financial year 24, calculated as the per capita premium. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The insurance penetration declined from 4% in financial year 23 to 3.7% in financial year 24. Insurance penetration is measured as the percentage of insurance premium to GDP. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, the correct answer is option C. Question number 4. Consider the following statements about the PM Vishwakarma. First, it is centrally sponsored scheme launched to support traditional artisans and craft people in the organized sector. Second, the scheme is implemented solely by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, which is MSME. Third, eligibility for this scheme requires the applicant to be engaged in one of the 18 specified trades such as carpentry or pottery. Which of the statements given above is / are correct? Option A only 1, option B only 3, option C only 2 and 3, and option D none of these. The correct answer is option B. PM Vishwakarma scheme is a central sector scheme offering comprehensive support to traditional artisans and craft people involved in manual and tool-based work. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The scheme is jointly implemented by the Union Ministries of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSMEs, Skill Development and Finance. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The applicant must be an artisan or craft person in the unorganized sector, self-employed, above 18 years and actively working at the time of registration. The 18 eligible trades include carpenter, boatmaker, armorer, blacksmith, locksmith, goldsmith, potter, among others. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option B. Question number 5. With reference to hilly hazards and climate change, consider the following statements. First, a warmer atmosphere can hold more water vapor, thereby increasing the intensity of cloud bursts and flash floods in mountainous regions. Second, glacial lake outburst floods occur mainly due to earthquakes destabilizing moraine-dammed lakes, not glacier retreat. Third, thawing of permafrost in high-altitude areas contributes to slope instability, increasing landslide risks. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1 and 3 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option C. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, which intensifies cloudbursts and flash floods. Hence, statement 1 is correct. While earthquakes can trigger local hazards, GLOFs are primarily caused by destabilization of moraine-dammed lakes due to the glacier retreat and not mainly due to earthquakes. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Permafrost thaw weakens slopes, increasing landslide risk in high-altitude areas. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option C. Question number 6. With reference to healthcare in India, consider the following statements. First, public expenditure accounts for the largest share of total health spending in India. Second, the National Health Policy 2017 proposes raising public health expenditure to 2.5% of GDP by the year 2025. Third, the Ayushman Bharat program consists of health insurance for hospitalization as well as primary healthcare through health and wellness centers. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A 1 and 3 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1 and 2 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option B. India's health system is still dominated by out-of-pocket expenditure by households rather than public spending. Out-of-pocket expenditure as a percentage of total health expenditure in India was still 39.4% in 2021-22 according to National Health Accounts data. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The National Health Policy 2017 sets the target of 2.5% of GDP public health spending by 2025. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Ayushman Bharat has two pillars, PMJ for secondary tertiary health insurance and health and wellness centers for primary care. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, the correct answer is option B. Question number 7. With reference to Aquamonitrix, sometimes seen in news, consider the following statements. First, it is a portable low-pressure iron chromatograph that can separate anions along a short column. Second, the eluent used in the instrument contains sodium chloride. Third, it is primarily designed for the detection of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1 and 3 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Aquamonitrix is designed as a portable low-pressure iron chromatograph suitable for classroom and field use. It uses a relatively short column for anion separation. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The device uses sodium chloride solution as eluent, which avoids corrosive chemicals and makes it more eco-friendly and safer for teaching. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is used mainly for nutrient anions, which is nitrate and nitrate, in water quality studies, not for greenhouse gases. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. So, the correct answer is option A. Question number 8. With reference to the discretionary powers of the governor, consider the following statements. First, the governor may reserve a bill passed by the state legislature for the consideration of the president. Second, in certain states, the governor has special responsibility with respect to the administration of tribal areas under the 6th schedule. Third, the governor may dismiss a council of ministers that has lost the confidence of the House even before a formal non-confidence motion is passed. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 2 only, option C 2 and 3 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option B. Article 200 empowers the governor to reserve certain bills for consideration of the president. This is an explicit discretionary power. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Under the 6th schedule, the governor has discretionary powers regarding the administration of tribal areas, including modifying or annulling acts of state legislature in these regions. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Supreme Court in S.R. Bomai vs. Union of India 1994 case established that the floor of the House is only the place to test the majority of a government. If a governor has objective evidence that the ruling government has lost its majority, they cannot dismiss the ministry outright. Instead, their correct constitutional step is to ask the chief minister to prove their majority in a floor test. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. So, the correct answer is option B. Question number 9. With reference to octopuses, consider the following statements. First, their blood appears blue because it contains copper-based hemocyanin. Second, they can regenerate their lost arms. Third, they use their ink sac primarily for hunting prey. How many of the above statements are correct? Option A, only 1, option B, only 2, option C, all 3, and option D, none. The correct answer is option B. Hemocyanin gives octopus blood a blue color, helping oxygen transport in cold, low oxygen waters. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Octopuses can regrow lost arms, an adaptive survival feature. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The ink sac is a defense mechanism against predators, not a tool for hunting. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. So, the correct answer is option B. Question number 10. With reference to tariffs in international trade, consider the following statements. Tariffs are used not only for raising revenue but also for protecting domestic industries. Second, under WTO agreements, bound tariffs represent the maximum levels of tariffs a country commits not to cross. Third, applied tariffs of a country are always the same as its bound tariffs. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1 and 3 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Tariff is a tax imposed on imports, sometimes exports. It is used both for revenue generation and protectionism. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Bound tariffs is a maximum tariff ceiling a country commits to at the WTO in its schedule of concessions. A member can levy lower tariffs but cannot exceed the bound rate without renegotiation. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Applied tariffs is the actual tariff a country levies at any given time. It is often lower than the bound rate to allow flexibility and is not always equal to it. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. So, the correct answer is option A. It's the time for practice question. With reference to cloudbursts, consider the following statements. First, it refers to sudden, extremely heavy rainfall concentrated over a small geographical area. Second, orographic uplift of moisture-laden winds along steep Himalayan slopes is one of the reasons for cloudbursts in Uttarakhand. Third, cloudbursts can always be predicted with accuracy using Doppler weather radars. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A, 1 and 2 only. Option B, 2 and 3 only. Option C, 1 and 3 only. And option D, 1, 2 and 3. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.